All right. Welcome back to my channel, guys. Excuse me. How are y'all getting on out there, guys? Waiting for myself. I'm going to sort us. Yeah. Well, looks like yours truly has to eat a bit of humble pie today. The team, they really made me eat my words. Of course, I would never go against the team or back another team, but I honestly thought that the game against Villa was going to be a bridge too far for us, seeing as they had been going alright themselves under Unai Emery, our former manager, of course. But we got the job done, and it was actually an impressive win in the end and a good performance. I was actually at work yesterday, believe it or not, and I came back from my lunch, and this is what I heard. So I came into the restaurant, and one of the lads working with us was talking to, I think, a Spurs fan, and they were saying, "Oh, I was fuming, man. Arsenal, they're a late goals team." I mean, we scored the goal within the allotted time, or the goals to win the game. When I heard that, they were unaware that I'd come back. Yeah, so when I walked back, I just turned past and I walked past them and I said, "They're not just a late goals team, lads. Simple as that." And both of them were like shuddering. You know what I mean? They were shaking. They thought I was going to start. No, but seriously, a late goals team. I mean, one of them is a United fan. You remember Alex Ferguson? He had 2 watches and he was like putting pressure on the ref to get exactly the 15 seconds, or exactly the 1 minute. You know what I mean? Right to the point. Their one's talk. You know what I mean? And the other guy's a Spurs fan, of course. I mean, when's the last time they won something? Say no more about it, but that's what I was listening to when I came back. And I tell you by it, I was all over it. They're lucky I'm a nice guy. Seriously. And I was working because I won't be talking about the team like that, like that. They're not a late goals team. They're a good team. And they deserve to be where they are right now. And like I said, they made some humble pie at the weekend. It was a great win against Villa, honestly. What can I say? A really, really good victory. It restored a bit of pride and a bit of belief. That may seem like a silly thing today, but I was in central London yesterday, and then I was out close to the stadium in North London, and there's Arsenal fans everywhere, and it's great to see them out supporting the club. Okay, we're top of the league, yeah. Everyone wants to be associated with the club right now. We're kind of riding on the crest of a wave. Maybe we can win the league. Our hopes are still alive, yeah. Our dreams of landing our first title in 20 years are still alive. But it's good to see the team being supported, yeah. And even in the bad times, the team should be supported. Simple as that. But a good win. Of course, I'm happy. It was a shot to the arm that the club needed and the fans needed after a bit of a bad patch we've gone through. Losing 2 out of the last 3 and enjoying one of them now, taking 1 point from 9. But we got the win away from home. We got the 3 points. And that'll instill a bit of confidence back in the team. Great goal from Zinchenko. He was our worst player against Manchester City, to be fair, but a great goal from him. I think he received a lot of stick after that game, and he obviously took notice of it. In the media, this, that, and the other. And you could see when he scored the goal, he was raging. You know what I mean? He was ripping. Fantastic goal. Jorginho, cracking goal. Martinez a bit unlucky. But the team played well. Cracker as well from Saka. He just had what you need. You know what I mean? Just cracked it into the back of the net. And of course, the last goal from Martinelli. You know what I mean? The coup d'etat. The piece de resistance. A nice finish. A good break. You know what I mean? They pushed everyone forward, even Martinez, and we caught them on the counter. No goalkeeper. It was just, he ran forward and just tapped it in. And that's all it was about it. Celebrating him before he finished it. But we're top. And we're back again. And the dream lives on. To be honest, after the loss against Manchester City, I thought that's it for us, And I'm the most positive Arsenal fan you could ever meet. But the performances hadn't inspired confidence. And then against City, when they beat us, it was just like, okay, we've had our chips. You know what I mean? I wasn't expecting a team to bounce back with a win like that. So respect to Arteta, man, and respect to the players. And no matter what happens this season, yeah, I think they deserve to be treated. Even Arteta, yeah, because I am Arteta out. But even now, I think he deserves to be treated with that bit of respect because what he's done with the team and what he's done with the club. And the way he's transformed things. It's taken him a bit of time, but he's getting to grips with it. But in respect to him and in respect to their team, because they went out last time out, right, from their lowest point in the season, and they put in a performance of heart and spirit. As they did against Man City in the first half, to be fair. Second half was a non-runner. Last half an hour, it was just Man City were playing. But they went out against Villa. They went up there to a difficult place. They didn't get off to the best start, but the team dug in, and they showed heart, and they showed determination, and no little skill. So big up the team, man. You can't ask for any more than that, guys. It's as simple as that. Respect to the team for the way they handle things. Respect to them for the way they do things. What can I say? Every single one of them should be proud of themselves, because they gave it hell. They gave everything they had, no more, no less. So big up themselves, man. Respect. Seriously, they did very well for themselves. Top of the league. I'm just going to look at the Premier League table now. Then I'm going to go through the Arsenal FC news. And then I'm going to go on to the Sky Sports and see what stories are happening there. Yeah. If you can, guys, subscribe to my channel and help me hit 1.7k. That would help me out a lot. I'd appreciate it. All right. Let's see. Sorry about the noise in the background. Yeah, I'm living with a lot of Indian people. Arsenal, match played 23, won 17, drew 3, lost 3. Goals for 51, goals against 23, goal difference of 28, and we're on 54 points. Then come Man City, match played 24, 16 wins, 4 draws, 4 losses, 60 goals for, 24 against. So we've conceded 1 goal less than them, but they've scored 9 goals more than us. Goal difference of 36 for City, playing against 28 for Arsenal, and on 52 points. All right, so they're 2 points behind us, but we have a game in hand. Then come United. United are only 3 points behind City, you know, believe it or not. 3 points, same amount of games played. Then come Tottenham, they're on 42 points. Newcastle, 41, yeah, so Newcastle are top 5 team, yeah. Of course, United play Newcastle in the Carabao Cup final. Geez, Fulham are going well, man. What's going on with Fulham? You know, I pass the Chelsea Stadium every day on the way to work, yeah. And I'll pass it again today. And they have a thing outside, Pride of London, on the King's Road, yeah, outside the stadium. They have all these banners of the players, yeah. Pride of London. I mean, seriously, they're not even the best team in West London right now, regardless of what they've been doing recently. Fulham are above them in the league. And Brentford are above them. And Brighton. Liverpool are up to 8th. Oh. Who's in the relegation? Southampton, Leeds, and West Ham. Whoa, West Ham are in a bit of trouble. Maybe Declan Rice will be coming to Arsenal in the summer. I don't even know will West Ham be a Premier League team by then, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Let's see what else. One person watching. Salam, welcome along, man. How are you getting on? Yeah, I'm good. You? You must be happy with the result recently, yeah? You must be happy with the win. Whatever. It is what it is. But yeah, c'est la vie, yeah? All right. Let me see. Mm-hmm. We're being linked with a race for Wahi. Arsenal and Tottenham are rivals for Montpellier striker Eli Wahi. The 20-year-old has 8 League One goals in 21 games this season and is also caught the attention of Borussia Dortmund. He's 20 guys. He started 20 games out of 21, 95%. He's got 8 goals. Expected goals is 5.8. Shots on target, 20. On to the Arsenal side, guys. 45 brilliant photos from our win at Aston Villa. What Mikel Arteta made of our win at Aston Villa. There are plenty of talking points on Mikel Arteta met the media after our thrilling Premier League win at Villa Park on Saturday. Our manager was asked about topics including Jorginho's performance, Gabriel Martinelli's impact, and the character the team showed. Read on for a transcript of what Mikel had to say on his emotions after the match. Now it's difficult because it's been a roller coaster and very emotional at the end. I think we showed a lot of resilience, character, and quality. The context of the game was difficult with the performance that we had against City and getting nothing out of it. Then having to come here less than 72 hours later and finding ourselves 1-0 down after 5 minutes. We had to play the next 90 minutes and we had some difficulties in certain periods during the first half. Individually, we brought the level right down and stopped doing the simple things right. At halftime, we said we had to raise the individual level. We had to look each other in the face and we had to do much more if we wanted to come out and win this game. We altered 1 or 2 things and we produced a very strong performance and probably should have won it earlier than we did. On if the team have regained confidence. I feel like it's right back with more belief than before because you have to put performances into results. Against Brentford, we didn't win the game because of a decision. Against Man City, we deserve more from the performance, but the reality in football is the games are decided in the boxes. There are still a lot of things to improve, but we have to be humble enough to see those things, recognise them, work on them because we cannot have those big margins. We don't need to produce as much as we do in every single game to win matches. A smaller margin of chances should be enough to win in this league, and we need to improve that. On if we needed to raise intensity after the break. The first goal was Ollie Watkins. We gave the ball away, and then it was one pass and him attacking the space and the channel and then finishing really well. For the second one, Bukayo was half injured. It was a corner. We were not set and leading the game like we should. In the second, it was a completely different story. On Jorginho's performance, I certainly didn't see that quality of his, scoring from deep. It's great to do that. The biggest quality he has is he makes the rest of the people look better than what you actually are. He's made a huge impact already on the boys, on the staff, and hopefully our supporters can see that as well and give him the support he needs. I thought he was tremendous today. On how Saka is, he's fine. He got kicked a lot again. Kicking Saka all over the field. But he's going to have to deal with that, not every week, but every 3 days. Sometimes in training as well. It's his game. Teams are not stupid and they want to stop him. We need to protect him. On if Saka needs more protection, we will discuss that. We will look at the images again and report if it's necessary. On if that was the comeback of champions, you have to. At some stage, you're going to have to win games in the 94th minute or the 96th minute. You're going to have to score from set plays. You're going to have to score when you're down to 10 men. It's about winning in any context. We always talk about that, and today we had a really difficult context, especially with what happened after 5 minutes. The team showed a lot of emotional qualities which are needed to be up there. I'm really happy with that. On if that was the response he wanted from Martinelli. It wasn't dropping him. He's played every single minute. We have 3 21-year-olds leading the front line. That's unheard of. Leo's been doing really well and we needed impact. I was really worried about the last 20 or 25 minutes in this game because of everything we put in on Wednesday. We needed energy and I think Martinelli provided it. All right, Del boy, what's the crack with you, man? How are you getting on? Just doing a quick video before I head to work, man. I'm good. I'm good. Hope you like the t-shirt. Something you'll understand, eh? Other people probably won't, but there you go. Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. Just chilling at home before I head into work. You know yourself, man. London living, man. I spend half my day on the road, getting to and from work, but it is what it is, man. I'm living in one of the biggest cities in the world, so you know what I mean. It takes a bit of time getting around, but I'm delighted with the victory. Um, as I imagine you are. I'm absolutely delighted with the win. Um, After the run we've had in the last 3 games before that, of course, the loss away to Everton, the draw at home to Brentford, which we needed to win, and then the defeat at home to Man City. I wasn't expecting him to go and beat Aston Villa. I have to be perfectly honest with you, because I just thought that the team were going to be on a bit of a downer. And I underestimated them. And to be honest, I had to eat a bit of humble pie. Love the t-shirt. That's it, man. You got to represent, you know what I mean? But yeah, I had to eat a bit of humble pie. I had to eat my words. I just didn't think the team were going to do as good as they did against Villa. And all due respect to the man, because they picked themselves up from the lowest point probably this season after that defeat to City. Respect to Arteta and the team, because he rallied them. They picked themselves up. They dusted themselves down. They went up to Villa Park and he got the result. And it was a very entertaining game. And it was a good performance, to be fair. Like I said, I was in work yesterday and I came back from my break and I heard one of the lads I work with, who was a United fan, talking to a Spurs fan that actually was at the game yesterday. Spurs game. And yeah, he was, all I heard him saying was, yeah, I was fuming. Arsenal with the late goals. They're a late goals team. Honestly, the way things were, the way things are, when I heard them say that, it made my blood boil, because it's just not true. We're not a late goals team, man. And I pulled the two of them up about it. I was respectful because I was in work. But look, don't talk about the team like that. Yeah, I mean, I was fuming with the late goals. They're a late goals team. Arsenal are much more than a late goals team. And that's what I told the two of them, yeah. Simple as. They're much more than a late goals team. Don't be coming with that kind of behaviour and this attitude. Do you know what I mean? Seriously, man. I mean, it's disrespecting the club. It's disrespecting the team. They're a late goals team. That's the last thing they are. So, yeah. You know me, Del boy. I'm actually the coolest guy you'd ever meet. I mean, relaxed wise. I don't get hot and bothered about things. But when they talk about the club like that, you know what I mean? Say no more about it, man. They just don't be talking about the club like that. You know what I mean? Because if I heard that kind of stuff again, you know what I mean? Seriously, I mean, two of them together, like, late goals team. They're not a late goals team. You know what I mean? We score goals at all different times in the games. Man United, back in the day under Ferguson, he used to be wearing 2 watches, and the ones that the referees actually wear. He had it timed to the exact second that they got exactly the amount of injury time or stoppage time added on. And he used to put pressure on the refs. How many goals did they score in those times? Countless. So, I mean, talk about the pot calling the kettle black. When I heard that, they can say what they like, yeah, but don't be saying something about the team that isn't true, because that is not true. It was just disrespectful, man. And I've supported the team since 1993. Not as long as you, I think, Del Boy, but a hell of a long time. When I was a kid. They need to watch themselves, though. I mean, that kind of stuff is not being tolerated. If I heard something like that out in a pub, you know what I mean? It just rubbed me up the wrong way, saying that about the team, like. And we're an honest team. We're not a dirty team, Del Boy. That's another thing. When Arsenal go out, they play hard but fair. We're not a cheating side. We don't dive in the box. We don't try to end guys' careers. We don't break legs. We're not a dirty team. You know what I mean? And they're begrudging us. You know what I mean? Because we're top of the league. I mean, honestly. Comment there from Vicky. Thank you for the compliment. I appreciate it. Yeah, true what I said. You know what I mean? Arsenal deserve to be where they are. And they're not a late goals team. This is a good team we're building. They're just jealous. Yeah, they are. They're jealous. You know what I mean? But honestly, I don't want to hear that kind of talk again from them. Like that guest, he's actually all right. He's friendly enough. I was talking to him afterwards, but at the moment when I heard it, I couldn't believe my ears. I just could not believe what I was hearing. And I caught the two of them right in the thing of it, and I reacted with a comment of my own as I was going past. And you should have seen the two of them, by they were afraid to look over their shoulder. I swear to God, they are afraid to look over their shoulder. No, I work with one of them, yeah, and he knows me. He knows what I'm like. But the other fella, he knows I'm friendly. But the other fella was like, he tensed up. His whole body went like this. They just didn't expect it. You know what I mean? It was just straight. My comment was just off the cuff. It was classic, man. If you would have been there, talk about catching them with their pants down. God almighty, but if you would have been there, it was so funny. I was like, and then when I went behind the bar, I was actually like ripping. I was like, fuck them, you know what I mean? That's what I was thinking. I was looking at the two of them, and they were like, oh, it was a classic, man. Honestly, man. It was like comical timing. I just turned up and all I heard was that I heard the two of them. And it was like there was a silence then after they said it, and I just straight in there. Oh man. Talk about being left with egg on your face. Jesus, they should have seen the two of them. I thought they were actually wet their pantses. Honestly, man. It was so funny. I swear to God. You had to be there, man. If you'd been there, you probably would have been rolling around on the ground with them, which is alright in my book. You know what I mean? I don't have a problem with that. I'll hold your jacket. Alright, guys, if you haven't already, yeah, not many people watching this stream now, yeah, but check out this man's channel, yeah, Del by Gunner TV. He does quality uploads, fan cams, watch alongs, and he does a lot of like collaborations with people where he will discuss like the aftermath of the game, like a match reaction. A very good channel, very entertaining. He brings a lot of guests on. It's an entertaining chat. Do yourselves a favor and check out Del by Gunner's channel, guys. Smash the like in his videos. And when you subscribe, make sure to click on the notifications bell. You'll be notified every time he uploads content, alright? Do yourselves a favour, yeah? And do this man a favour. He's working hard on his channel. A big up yourself, Del Boy, man. Bit of an overcast day in London, mate. I'm looking out the window there. I'm going to be heading out to work in a while. But yeah, it is what it is, man. Last night was goddamn freezing. I got back at 1:45 in the morning, you know? Because I'm doing like restaurant service. I got back at 1:45 in the morning, and I swear to God, it was freezing cold. Like, and I made a stern stuff, yeah. I mean, Cork is cold. My God, it was freezing at that time. Unreal. Anyway, let's get back into it. We're top of the league. We're back up. Like I said, I just want to give respect to the team anyway, yeah? Because I was one of those people that kind of just, I just put our chances of winning the league to one side. I said, well, after the Man City game and the results we had against Everton and Brentford, I said, look, and when City beat us and we slipped down to second, I mean, you know what I mean? I thought to myself, yeah, well, it's been 20 years, might as well be 21. Because, it didn't seem on the cards. But the way the team bounced back against Villa, and I haven't got from thinking, we're not going to win the league, we're going to win the league again, just because of one result. But you have to give respect to the team for the way they bounced back in that performance, because we were at our lowest point after the Manchester City game. Big up Mikel Arteta, man, and big up the squad, big up the team for getting themselves back in the right frame of mind, and for going out there and for getting the job done. You know what I mean? They went out and they got the job done. Simple. We probably had a bit of bad luck against City. We probably didn't get what we deserved out of the game fully. Excuse me. It probably wasn't justified. But look, we did what we could, We did what we could. I mean, what can you say? Say more about it. Yeah. But we're back. We're back on top. We can look forward now to the Leicester City game with a bit of renewed confidence. I honestly thought they were going to put up a fight against United yesterday after they absolutely stuffed. Was it Spurs? They stuffed Spurs. That's not that difficult to do these days, though. But I honestly thought after they ran riot against Spurs that they were going to give United a game. But United are going well right now. But we'll have to be on our guard against Leicester. They have some good players and they have a good enough team. So we'll have to be on our guard against them, What am I thinking about the next game? I think we can win. But we need to be on it from the very first whistle. I mean, we can't really afford them time and space. And we can't kind of start. We've started well recently, yeah. We started well this season. We start games well enough. But we can't afford to give them time and space on the ball. And we need to pick the team that we shouldn't just pick Zinchenko if he's in form over Tierney. I mean, against Manchester City, we did that. Against Brentford. Brentford was a game built for Tierney, not for Zinchenko. And Tierney gives that support to Martinelli up the left flank, where Zinchenko was always cutting inside into the midfield where Brentford were at their strongest. It's not always about who's in form or who's been playing the most or this or that. Against Leicester, we have to pick the team that's going to combat them the best. Obviously, the back four pretty picks itself, apart from the Tierney-Zinchenko situation. I honestly would play Tierney against Leicester. If it's not going well, maybe bring on Zinchenko. You know what I mean? He had a point to prove last time out, Zinchenko, and with the goal, you could see he was really ripping when he hit it. I mean, he was fired up. He's taken a bit of criticism since the Manchester City game, and I think that spurred him on. But I think we can win the Leicester game, no doubt. But like I said, we need to be on it from the very first whistle, and we need to pick the team that best nullifies their attack, that we can counteract them. You know what I mean? We have the players, we have the squad, we have the talented enough players to win that game, to put that game to bed, no doubt. They're probably going to want to bounce back. I don't know if they have a game in between, but they're probably going to want to bounce back. You know what I mean? After what happened to them, if they don't have another game in between, we've got to put the game to bed. Simple as that. The Mr. Arsenal podcast. Afternoon, everyone. How are you getting on, man? I hope you're keeping well. And thank you for joining my stream. If you haven't, guys, make sure you subscribe to this man's channel. Hit that notification bell that you get notified every time he uploads content. And smash the like in his videos, guys. Do yourselves a favour, yeah? But it is what it is. We're back up. We're doing the business. We're top of the league. With a very good win against Villa. We have to be happy with that. And like this season, we can have no complaints, really. Let's be honest. You can say about the transfer window, maybe we didn't do enough. But the way the team and the manager have applied themselves this season, I mean, look at the league. It speaks for itself. They've been going very well this season. Whether they're going to win the league or not remains to be seen. But we're on the right track. A couple of signings in the transfer window, I think, would have pushed us to the next level, or maybe would have upset things a bit. But it would be no harm having an extra bit of quality on the bench, you know. I see we're looking at this Montpellier striker, Wahi. He's a 20-year-old. He's got 8 goals so far this season in the French top division in League One. He's got 8 goals in 20 games, in 20 starts. So a good player, but Spurs are also going for him. But like I said, he is a striker, a 20-year-old. Wahi, W-A-H-I is his name. He is playing with Montpellier in League One. So we're looking at him. But to be honest, we maybe need a bit more established. I mean, good players, it's all well and good having the good players in the squad, yeah. I get it. You know what I mean? But we need someone that's going to be banging the goals right now. And why don't we bring back, my God, what is that player's name? I'm getting myself now. Ream. He's an Arsenal player on loan. He's the League One. He's the top scorer in France right now. Balogun. Why don't we bring back Florian Balogun? I mean, what has he done so well? I mean, he's top scorer in League One right now. He can score goals. Okay. It's not the Premier League, but it's not a Farmers League. You know what I mean? Going to SG in with the comment. I want to see Vieira play, to be honest. Odegaard has been sloppy. I'd agree with that, but Odegaard probably needs a little bit of a break too, you know? He probably needs a little bit of a rest, to be honest, my opinion. He's been put through the mill. You know what I mean? He's featured heavily this season. Maybe he just needs a little bit of a chill out period. You know what I mean? Then he'll come back all guns blazing again. Pardon the pun. But he'll come back all guns blazing. Vieira, good player. Jorginho, I've been impressed with him. He started quick. Simple as. Just 1 second there, guys. I have to take a picture of my stuff. Not a person, by the way. It's a squirrel. Just 1 second. I'll show this to the police later, you know. I can finger point so I can tell them about the culprit. Alright, I've been stalked by a squirrel. He's out there on this big branch, looking straight at me, watching me. If I leave the window open, he comes in. Like if I'm asleep or something, I fall asleep, he's in here like walking around the place, doing what he feels like, swinging off the satellite dish in the window. That's what he does. He uses the satellite dish and he swings himself off it onto the windowsill, and then he comes inside. We watched Netflix a few times last summer, and I had the window up because it was bloody warm, of course, and he was in. You know what I mean? Scared the life out of me, by honestly. I thought it was a rat or something the first time. Anyway, I think Saka needs a rest, yeah, definitely. And he got kicked all over the place last time out against Villa. Has the Squirrel subscribed? I don't think he has an account, to be honest, which is unfortunate because he likes nuts. You know what I mean? And Arsenal have big nuts at the moment. Bad joke. I know where I was going with that. I just lost the run on myself completely. Anyway, it's all right. I pulled myself back in time before I embarrassed myself any further. This stream is just taking on all manner of shapes and forms at the moment. This stream is just like out there. You know what I mean? It's just honestly, man, Gunnosaurus is like, what's going on? He doesn't like the squirrel, by the way. So look at him there, lad. He's a cheeky squirrel, I tell you. He's pure cheeky. He's a big one too. Has the squirrel subscribed? No such luck, I'm afraid. I think he wants to bite on my nuts, though. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that before I get banned off YouTube. All right, anyone watching this, I apologize for that comment then. Yeah, man. Good result against Villa. I mean, we can be looking forward with a bit of confidence now, but we have to see how it comes, you know. We have to take it as it comes. I'm looking at some of the pictures there. They have, like, on the Arsenal website, if you go on, guys, arsenal.com, they have a load of pictures, 45 photos uploaded from the match. You know? They're actually cool. Arteta and Emery by two Spaniards face to face. But yeah, we did well. Trossard on the ball. The Arsenal fans in full voice. That is what it is. Zinchenko celebrating his goal. Odegaard and Nketiah battling hard. Gabriel, Saka. Jorginho had a good game, man. They're showing his strike here. He cracked it in. It's actually a good photo of him striking the ball, and you can see Arteta watching on from the sideline. And scoring now. Everyone was like bigging themselves up. Everybody was celebrating. There's a good bit of team camaraderie. There's a bit of team spirit, yeah, between the players and the bench and stuff. There's a bit of team spirit. It's good to see. Respect to them, man. Big up. Anyway, but they're good photos, guys. Check out arsenal.com. They have 45 photos uploaded from the game, and it's good. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna knock this stream on the head. Thank you to everybody for tuning in. Yeah, I appreciate it. Like and subscribe, of course. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Yeah, do yourselves a favor. Subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, talk later, guys. I'm gonna get ready because I have to head off to work soon. You know what it is. But yeah, thank you to everybody for tuning in. Yeah, thank you to Del Boy. Thank you to Gunnar SJ. Thank you to the Mr. Arsenal podcast. Thank you to Vicky. Thank you to Selam. Thank you to everybody for tuning in. Yeah, and talk later, guys. Have a nice day. Yeah? Enjoy your day. Remember, guys, tomorrow's not promised. Enjoy your day. Peace. Come on, you Gooners.